Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to another edition of HeatPressNation Live. My name is Esteban, this is Jared, and we got a very extra special show for you guys today. We're gonna have some fun, right? Giving some prizes this week again?
We're giving away prizes like we do every week, and if this is your first time joining us, here's how to enter. It's very complicated, all right? You like and you share.
Wait, can you repeat that?
You like and you share.
Okay. All right. I think they got that.
Yeah.
We're giving away some prizes, as Jared and I said. You can get entered right now. You can go ahead and just take a moment, like and share this post. We'll be announcing the prize in just a little bit. And for those of you who were able to tune in last week, and also, what was it again?
You liked and you shared last
okay.
week's episode.
Fantastic. We'll be announcing those prizes. We got all the entries already mixed up in our big bag, and we'll be pulling those in just a little bit. Before we
mean this one right here?
Oh, we are prepared. We are on the ball today.
Yes.
And the reason why we're on the ball today, we have a very special guest. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Want to let you guys know really quickly about our YouTube channel. It's going to be youtube.com/HeatPressNation.
Right there.
If you missed any of our past shows, you can always refer back there, take a look. And we got some awesome product spotlights and tutorials on there also.
Yeah, lots of great stuff. So, I mean, if you ever need some inspiration, like, hey, what can I do with my heat press, with my Cameo cutter, with my vinyl cutter, just go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/HeatPressNation. You definitely want to give us a visit because we have tons of tutorials, demos, product how-tos, and then we also archive all of our HeatPressNation lives. So all of these episodes that you're seeing here on Facebook, they are backed up over on our YouTube channel, so you can check them out there at your fancy.
There we go. I like that. I'm gonna use that one. We also got a great hashtag. We'd love to see you guys using on your social media platforms, on your Facebook, your Instagram, Twitter. It should be right there. It's going to be hashtag HPN Creators. Also a great source for information. I mean, we search that all the time, and we can see all the awesome work you guys are doing out there. So definitely want to encourage the hashtag HPN Creators. It's right there. Share your work. Be a rock star. And we got an awesome Facebook group also of the same kind of name, right?
Yes, we do. So our Facebook group, and you'll see it right there on the bottom, is HeatPressNation Creators. Now this group is moderated by the professionals. So you got me, you got Esteban, you got a couple other key members of our crew here at HeatPressNation. We're there kind of moderating, making sure everybody's getting some good information. But the truth is there are so many other people on that group. So we have people from like beginners, intermediates. You have the industry vets. Like we have people who have been doing heat pressing, vinyl cutting, even some screen printing, and DTG people are in the group. So if you have any questions at all, it's a great place to pitch them, especially if it's like the weekend or if it's after hours. I mean, you guys are always welcome to give us a call, 800-215-0894. You're always welcome to give us a call here during business hours, which is, you see our number right there on the bottom. But yeah, 7 to 5, Monday through Friday, and that's Pacific time, by the way. You're always welcome to give us a call, but when they can't get a hold of us, I mean, dude, you've seen the questions that come in over the weekend.
Yes, no, absolutely. Mondays are a busy day for all departments around here, but one of the funner parts is just seeing the involvement, man. This community is super active, so in many instances, a question may be referencing, asking for time or temperature. Yeah. Before we can even get to it, many times we have all of our awesome family members jumping in there. I recommend this. I get good results using this time and temperature. So it's really awesome to see because, those kind of special settings, they really become developed with familiarity and repetition, and to share that with folks who may be starting off, it's just really useful information. So highly recommend checking out the Facebook group, HeatPressNation Creators. Great source of information and peer support. Now, what if they want to never miss any of our awesome action on here, Jared?
Well, if you don't want to miss it, do this. Open up your Facebook app like how you see on screen. Go to our live video and then see the 3 dots in the top right corner. Just open that menu up and then tap on Turn On Live Notifications. That's what you're going to want to do so that way you don't miss any episodes of HeatPressNation Live. And it's not just our weekly main live where we give away stuff and we have special guests. Throughout the week, a couple times a week, you might catch me on Facebook Live sharing a new technique, sharing some new information. I believe it was Tuesday, we were sharing a really cool announcement from the Silhouette Summit. So be sure you check that. They're announcing some hot new products, which is really cool.
That's right.
But yeah, there's always different stuff going on. So if you don't want to miss anything, be sure you go ahead and turn on live notifications. In fact, you could do it on this video. So if you see the 3 dots in the top corner, it might be this corner, I'm not sure. The 3 dots in the top corner, just tap those, turn on live notifications, and you are set.
That's right. I want to encourage everyone to get super active and involved today. As I mentioned, we do have a very special guest we'll be announcing in just a moment. But if you have any questions about anything we're going over, any of the products, processes, let's make this a fun one. I want to encourage everyone to get active and involved. We actually have a new segment that we're going to be introducing, or not introducing, going through again.
Yeah.
It's called Post of the Week. So we're going to be asking for you, the viewers, to help us out. We're going to be giving away a prize to one lucky entry. But they can all be involved in Post of the Week, right?
Yeah, all you have to do is post using either the hashtag HPN Creators, which is right up there, or you can post directly to the HeatPressNation Creators group. Once again, you see it right there on the bottom. Just go to your groups page here on Facebook and search for HeatPressNation Creators. Request to join, and then we'll add you in.
That's right. And so anything you're doing with any of your awesome heat transfer materials, obviously, you know, respect to copyright and trademark laws. If you guys saw any of our broadcasts from last week, you can learn a lot more about that. But yeah, we want to see what you guys are doing out there. We want to reward you guys for your hard work. So should we get started with Post of the Week entries?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So these are all entries that came in throughout the week. So this one I love, because if I'm not mistaken, it was like their first press with their new equipment. So this is really cool. It looks like we have a 3-layer vinyl graphic going on here. I love the way they just added that layer of gray on the mountains.
No, it really adds texture. I mean, you have trees now in there as well, so no, I dig it. You know,
and then I love barbecue. So this.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah, so they kind of have my vote. Sorry.
There we go.
No offense. This is cool because you see a mix of media here. Like you have the heat transfer paper, but then you also have heat transfer vinyl for the lettering on the bottom. So that's super dope.
Oh, these came out awesome.
Yeah. And then lastly, this one was really cool because this one you don't see a lot. You see that gigantic, and I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell, maybe, but we see they pressed the entire shirt on that big, so that's what's known as a large format heat press. And you can see they sublimated onto that shirt. And look at the way, on the right, you see the close-up, like, look how detailed that is.
You see it, I mean, on that left shot there, you can really see they got that full coverage. I mean, those are the big daddies.
Yeah.
You want to do your all-over prints, your full bleed, top-to-bottom sublimation. I mean, that's the way to go. But yeah, as Jared mentioned, that detail on there, that's going to be something signature of sublimation, that clarity. Probably 100% polyester.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. So yeah, awesome. I would definitely wager. So once again, we have A, Palace Northwest. B, we have the Great Sun. And C, we have the Graduation. Full, huge, gigantic, large format printer on there. So place your votes. Just comment A, B, or C. You could do it now. You could do it at any time throughout the broadcast. To choose the Post of the Week winner, we just count up all the votes. So those will be counted up and announced next week. We do have a winner from last week, which I'm not sure if we were able to get it on screen today, but last week we had the winner, which was Post A.
Fantastic.
So anyways, round of applause.
Thank you guys so much. Want to encourage everyone to get involved every week, please.
Oh, we do have it.
Oh,
yes.
Awesome. Fantastic. There we go.
There we go. So we have Post A, which is the Thank God Post. This one actually got like a lot of love from everybody. So it's really cool. This is our winner of Post of the Week from last week. So congratulations to the winner of a vinyl sample pack. And we'll be getting in touch with you next,
rock and roll
after the broadcast.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know, as I said, we got a very special guest. We got a very special show today. What's the theme of today's broadcast, Jared?
So today we're really excited. Today is starting a business with your Silhouette Cameo. And yay!
Yay! I love my Cameo.
Yeah. So we chose the Cameo because the Cameo is a really awesome machine. Of course, our special guest is going to talk a lot more about it, but it's really cool because it's considered kind of like an entry-level vinyl cutter. It's actually a crafting cutter, but what a lot of people notice is that it's perfectly capable of cutting heat transfer vinyl, which is obviously, of course, great for t-shirts. Like these that you see, like the hats that you're seeing. We're going to have our special guest talk about it in a minute. And you know, we may as well bring him out, right?
Absolutely. Without further ado, guys, let us introduce our very, very special guest, our dear friend, our Kobe Bryant on the sales team, Michael Garcia.
Yeah!
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? What's up, Esteban?
Oh, good to see you, big
Long
dog.
time no see.
Yeah. Good to have you
with
with
us.
us.
Facebook? How we doing today?
Thank you so much for taking the time to join from us. Man, I hope they're okay without you on the phones while we steal you.
Okay.
They'll be all right.
They'll survive.
For those of you just tuning in, you've likely spoken with Michael if you've rung in on our sales line, had any product questions, or got some expert service placing your order. Mike, tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been at this company now for about 3 years, and I'm really lucky because I get access to all the latest and greatest tools, such as the Cameo. That's actually what I started out with, and one of our entry-level Impress 16x20. At first, people were kind of laughing at me, saying, hey, that looks like a little toy, but then when they see the outcome of what I would make, they're pretty impressed with it. So definitely a workhorse. I encourage this to everybody. It's the most user-friendly cutter on the market, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, now, and by the way, we're using the Silhouette Cameo today because we love it. I own the version 2. I don't know which one you have.
I think I sold you my old one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you sold me his
and then
too.
I upgraded.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
and so anyways, so we're using the Cameo today, but if you already have a vinyl cutter, maybe you have a different vinyl cutter, it's okay because a lot of the business principles that we're going to be talking about today, you can totally apply it to whatever vinyl cutter you have. If you don't have a heat press yet, you should probably get one. We'll talk more about that later.
Give me a call later. I'll hook you up.
Numbers right there, guys.
Yeah, right there. Visit us.
Awesome. But yeah, so today, Mike, is very modest dude, but if you have a time to, listen, he does have a wealth of knowledge, experience, and information to impart. Mike, you've actually taken your accessibility to these products, the skills you developed, and really taken control of your own kind of financial future.
Definitely have, and I encourage everybody out there to do the same. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make some money with these products. And basically think of it this way: every day it's somebody's birthday. Right there, you should be able to sell a balloon, a gift card, or a t-shirt. You can make your own little packages. You got to do research. That's basically one of the main things, because the main question I get is, what all do I need?
What all do I need?
Every day. And what I tell them is, you need to research. You're going to have to do research. Our phone calls are great, but a 10 to 15 minute phone call isn't going to give you the wealth of information that we've built up with our YouTube library, with our Facebook group. And definitely, any questions you have, give us a call. But you're going to want to research, first of all, your designs. I think designs is one of the most important things. And basically, you're going to have to get, what is it? Silhouette has their own store, don't they?
Yeah, so Silhouette store. Now, I guess that's kind of like one of the questions that I know I get a lot.
Yeah.
Is that okay, so I have my Cameo, now what?
Now what?
And I know one of the first things you said is because I've gone to Mike personally for a lot of, to get tips, right? And it's well, you need, and remember he told me, you need good designs.
Yeah.
So the Silhouette store, I love it because if you don't have a lot of creativity, you could just go there and they're really affordable. Some of them are as cheap as $1.99.
Yeah. Wow.
I've even seen some for 99 cents. And of course it goes up, but you can download already made cut ready files to throw on your stuff. So the Silhouette store is super cool, and you have access to it. So once you get a Silhouette Cameo, you get a free download of the Silhouette Studio, which is your design software, and then of course you have access to the store.
And for more advanced users, it's going to have a plugin for Illustrator or Corel Draw, which is a great option, especially if that's what you work with. Also works with Mac and a PC, which is a great selling point.
Team Mac
I'm a PC over here personally.
But to have that versatility, there's a number of cutters on the market that may be Windows-only platform.
Yes.
So, I always compare this when I was on the phone with sales to an Apple product, not just in appearance, but I think you touched on kind of user-friendliness as well. Very intuitive, with the hardware, the layout, the mechanics of everything. This is an awesome machine. We got a few different colors. Those are going to be available at HeatPressNation.com.
Yes.
But you're not just limited to HTV. You can do stickers, decals.
It could cut fabric. You could cut postcards. I was saying earlier about cards. You could literally cut and make your own cards with this. It also has the marker attachment where you don't have to necessarily cut, but it could actually plot and draw out for you as well. So definitely a great machine. I endorse it 100%. Definitely.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan. Whenever people ask, how do I get started? This is usually where we send them. Yeah, Cameo.
Yeah, when I get those calls and they just, have no background with this, I always encourage this. Not only that, the software is integrated with design software and cut software, where a lot of other companies are going to have it kind of segregated, where you have your design and then you have your cut software. So this makes it very easy. You can basically get any JPEG, PNG, GIF, any type of file, open it up. The trace tool is very, very easy.
Yes.
Gives you multiple options. And to enhance your actual vectorization, you're going to want to use maybe something like Photoshop to clean up your actual artwork. So a lot of the times when you pull your graphic off of the internet, it's going to be 72 DPI. DPI is dots per inch, so basically it's a little bit of information stretched out throughout an inch of dots of information. you're going to want to keep it at 300 DPI, which is going to be the standard in the industry. And basically what that's going to do is that when you vectorize it, it's going to make it nice and crisp all around the line. So you definitely want that. If it's a blurry image, you're going to want to avoid that.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure. Now, so we've talked about the Cameo, which I think is really important because how are you going to start a business if you don't have the right tools?
That's right.
But let's say they already have the Cameo. They've already have their designs. Like, how are they going to like I get this question, like, how do they put their work out there? How do you put yourself out there?
I get that question every day. Well, the thing is, as I stated earlier, research. You're going to want to research your demographic. You're going to want to see what's selling in your area. I get the question, which color should I get? I always tell it based off of the schools in the area, maybe the professional teams in your area. Purple and gold, you know, Lakers, you know, that's going to sell all day in California. Actually, throughout the world, they're pretty popular, but...
That's right.
Right? But yeah, definitely, you know, you're going to want to maybe sponsor people. You know, maybe you know somebody in a hip-hop group or a rock band or a church band or whatever it may be. Maybe you could, you know, do a pro bono. At the end of the day, it takes money to make money. So you will have to invest quite a bit to get out there. I've given away personally myself throughout the 20 years that I've been involved with this, over thousands of shirts. But at the same time, it's going to come back in different forms. And, you know, it's marketing. And basically, the best part is if you have children, you can make their custom clothes and they're going to school. Like, hey, that's cool. Who made it? You know, give your kids some business cards.
Walking, talking advertisements.
Exactly.
It's exposure. You
Walking
can't pay
billboards.
For. Exactly.
Exactly. And word of mouth is the #1 marketing tool in the world. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, so now if you can kind of just touch on, like, you said reach out to like schools, churches, like, what kind of product would I offer my local school? Like, if I want to make some money, you know, I'm on the PTA at my local school.
Got it.
You know, you know, obviously you want to be professional.
That's a great question, right? I saw you had a job you were finishing up just recently.
That's
I think.
It
was. It looked pretty complex. I mean, there was a lot of text on the back.
There's a lot of names. Yeah. Well, the class of 2018. The good thing about schools is that every year there's school, so that means you're going to have a returning investment there. So you basically want to reach out to the schools. What I recommend is, tidy up a little bit, introduce yourself, maybe get in contact with the PTA. Sometimes, depending where you're at, the PTA is a little bit more independent than the actual school, but you want to make sure, if you need to be licensed to use their logos, et cetera, et cetera. So you want to just go ahead and make an appearance. I'm old school. I think face-to-face is the most effective way to go. Text messaging is cool, but face-to-face is always going to make another impact. I even go a step beyond. What I do is I will actually research the school and make a mug, maybe sublimation, a shirt, and actually show up with it and just give it as a free giveaway, just to kind of let them know, hey, I took my time to show you that I really want your business. So it all depends about, customer service. And a lot of the things I get too is like, hey, there's so much competition. Well, guess what? There's In-N-Out, there's Burger King, there's McDonald's, there's Denny's, there's all sorts of places that sell burgers, but people go to different places because of their customer service, or they like, the way they're being attended. So don't let competition ever bring you down. There's 8 billion people on this planet, I believe.
Right.
So, with the internet now, you're basically global now. You're worldwide. Yeah. So take advantage of that.
Go ahead. No,
I was going to add to that. One of the things I've always heard you say, which is, really encouraging to share with others, I've heard you deal with, Mike, you're giving all your secrets. Mike, you're helping these people, you're setting these up, so they can do it. Yeah. But what I always like you said is, there's a big piece of pie. There's enough pie for everyone.
That's right. That's right.
So, if we're all eating, it just benefits all of us. So.
Well, let me expand on that. Something with my hats, I focused on the wedding industry because I did some research again. It's a $50 billion a year industry, and you just recently got married.
I just got married.
Yeah. We know how it is.
Dude, I could not believe how much stuff that was like for the wedding day you spent a lot. I couldn't believe how much stuff there was to spend on it for pre-wedding day. Like, it was wild. Like, so much cash just
exactly. So when
you're
empty
talking from my bank account.
That's right.
It. No, I didn't flush it.
No, it's a great investment. It's an investment.
I flushed mine. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, but definitely, it's all karma. It's gonna come back to you. You definitely want to help people. And there's been various instances where I get contacted to do jobs for people. And I actually tell them, hey, come on down to HeatPressNation. I'll set you up with your own setup. Yeah. And they're kind of amazed at that. They're saying, well, what about you? How are you going to make money? And I'm like, don't worry. There's more people like you that need help and less people like me that are willing to help you. So take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, dude, you mentioned like selling online.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's awesome because maybe you live in like a small community. Yeah. you only have like one school in the area.
Exactly.
You know,
That can be difficult.
It's a 2-stoplight town. You know, so like, how does someone like that, like, let's say they've already sold to everybody. You know, there's only 2 churches in town. And they sell to both of them. Like how does someone like that kind of expand and just kind of expand their business and get out just beyond local?
Okay, well, the great thing is now everybody has smartphones, so now we have access even to the internet. It's just a lot easier now these days. So Etsy is a great one. Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, OfferUp, LetGo.
Oh, look, see on screen right here.
Right there, yeah, there we go.
So this is Mike's Etsy shop. So you can see that he has his stuff listed there. And you mentioned Amazon. So there we go. It's right there. So this is your Amazon shop. Yeah,
there we go, right there on Amazon. I've been selling now for a little bit over a year. It's been really great for me. You know, it's just extra income. I love what I do. I do it I'm my own boss. I make my own hours. I really don't have to answer to anybody. And I could definitely walk you through the steps. Give me a call, request to speak to Michael, or any other rep could definitely get you set up with this. And we're here to give you tips. And like we tell everybody, think of us as basically as an extension to your business. You know, we're definitely here to help and give you all the advice. And like I tell everybody, I can't tell you what to buy. All I can do is give you information and my best and honest opinion about the products here.
Yeah, so, and by the way, if you guys want to find Michael's shop, just look him up on Amazon, on Etsy. It's right there. Oh, whoops. It's over me. Here we go.
You're on the left.
High Limit Clothing. This is Mike's shop. This is how Mike has, and he's really humble, by the way, so he won't tell you what. Mike doesn't really have to work here. We'll just put it to you that way. We're not going to get
I love you guys. I love working here. I love it. I love it. Yeah, there we go. There you go.
But yeah, Mike has been buying me lunch every day for the past 4 years. But really, Mike has done really well for himself. That's why I wanted to bring him on here, because there's a lot, and just so you guys know, when you call into Heat Press Nation, a lot of us have like our own side businesses. Right. We do this stuff. Even when we're not here at work, just because it's a great opportunity. And of course we work here, so we have access to a lot of the stuff. So a lot of us actually do have some light business experience, but Mike by far is the most experienced as far as running an actual business, making actual real life dollars with his equipment. So it's really cool.
It definitely helped me. Since I was a young kid, I've always been the one to draw. You know, I used to airbrush, I used to screen print. And what I love about it is that this doesn't take up so much space. I mean, look at this 12-inch cutter right here. It's not going to take up a lot of space. So if you're in an apartment, single bedroom, you know, or a mansion, it's going to fit, you know. So definitely doesn't take up a lot of space. And if you get that with the 15 by 15, you're going to be set to go.
Yeah.
On your way.
And I'm sorry. It looks like we have some.
No worries. No, I just want we got a lot of love coming in this morning. Paula Warner, Elizabeth Ortiz, Elizabeth Gonzalez. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you guys.
Devin Christian's doing her Happy Thursday dance.
Nice.
Stephen Rathbone, I think we've all talked to Mr. Santa Claus himself a little bit. Nice. Says this is the most best and informative weekly webinar. So.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
It's because we brought the brains up today.
There we go. Shout out to my girl Tracy Best over at Texas. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Got a question here. Is there a heat press that is swing away and auto open?
Swing away and auto open. Those would be pneumatic. So those are going to require a compressor, generally American made. You know, these are going to be your high level production. Right off the bat, I'm thinking of Insta. That's a great brand to research. Give us a call, shoot us an email, or if you put your info here, I can email you with some more info.
Stalls has the air fusion.
Stalls has the air fusion, actually the double one as well. Stalls.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe Geonite has a product as well.
Yeah, those do get kind of pricey, by the way. So just a heads up. But
you get what you pay for.
That's right.
You know?
Dude.
A lot of those will have like lifetime warranties on your elements, extended warranties on the components, on the structure, and those are like your full commercial grade. You need
definitely 8 hours, 10 hours a day,
week in, week out.
That's right. Reliable.
Exactly.
For years and years, by the way.
Exactly.
I mean, we talked to folks that have had my stalls 5 years, 10 years. You know.
So, I need to replace my Geonite. I got it 15 years ago. I'm like, that's a real life call. By the way.
Exactly. Facts. That's not a lie.
Got Stevie Steve tuning in from NYC.
Greetings.
And Donna Howard says she wants a Cameo. She's currently using the Portrait, but the Cameo has bigger design.
Okay,
the Cameo will be bigger.
Well, one of the major questions is going to be, what size do I need? And every time when I get that question, I tell people to look at it this way. you're going to know that answer better than I do, because it all comes down to your design size. I don't know what you're thinking about or who you're going to be catering to. If it's onesies, then, you know, a portrait would be fine with a 9x12, no problem. Maybe even a label press for 6x8. So it's all relative to your demographic, who you want to offer to. But like I always think bigger is better, because you can't go smaller, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's better. You can do any size. And one thing to keep in mind is that you're going to lose about ½ an inch around the entire heating element. So let's say that 15 by 15 right there on the floor, if you were going to do an image, the safe area would be about 14 inches by 14 inches. If you want to push it, maybe 14 and a half, 14 and a half max. And a lot of times where people are like, whoa, will that look good on a double XL, a 3XL for men? I say yes. If you look at it, definitely, you know, just, I literally tell people, take a ruler and draw out a square 14 by 14, put that up to a shirt, and you will see that it's more than enough area.
For example, I'm wearing a XXX shirt right now, and this graphic, when I cut it, I want to say that I cut it at 11.5 inches left to right.
And it looks great, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so if you have a portrait, I think you can cut 8.5 by 11, right?
So, about
this
a
would
letter size.
It'd probably be just a little bit smaller than this graphic.
Yeah.
Now with the Cameo though.
Oh, it's going to enhance it.
Now you're the one who told me about the 12 by 24 cutting.
Oh yes, that's one thing we didn't touch on yet. Contour cutting capabilities of this. Yes. So even on a size medium shirt, if I were to contour cut an 8.5 by 11, it's going to look fairly small. So to enhance that, we get the 11 by 17 with the wide format inkjet printer, and invest in the 12-inch by 24-inch Cameo mat. What this is going to do is it's going to enhance it to 11 by 17. You lose about an inch or so, but it's still going to look a lot better.
Yeah, it's going to look, exactly, a lot better than if you're pressing tiny one. And if you're doing vinyl graphics, 12 by 24, so that means that you can get your letters 12 inches high, and it'll cover the full left to right. So 12 inches would be about like this on a shirt, and as wide as you want. So you could even do up to like 4 and 5X, depending on your graphic. But if you're doing like text graphic,
shouldn't be a problem.
Text is probably the easiest thing to do for t-shirts, by the way. But yeah, you could fit a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, you definitely can, and keep those scraps. You know, you definitely could use those later.
Yeah, that's a great tip, Mike. Would you happen to maybe have some Mike's top tips to bestow upon the audience?
Of course. You know, I have some tricks up my sleeve.
Oh, tell us.
Awesome.
So this is a segment we like to call Mike's top tips. So tip number 1, let's hear it.
Alrighty, so I think this is really overlooked a lot, is getting yourself a lint remover. I think this is crucial if you're in the industry, you know, because there's always gonna be a little bit lint, or sometimes if you pick up out of your cardboard box, there might be little pieces of that on there. So
if you have a dog who sheds,
they will be heavy.
Or a cat.
On the dust cover will work miracles as well. That's a tip. But basically what I did is I invested in one of these. They're about $5, which I thought was pretty expensive. So what I did is get one of these tapes, and basically what you're gonna wanna do is just basically wrap this around. Get yourself some scissors here.
Boom.
Voila, you got yourself a lint remover.
It's that simple, guys.
So when I'm QCing these hats, a little bit of glitter, not a problem.
Yeah, and you don't want to, and here's what happens, you don't want any hair or lint on there, because once you press the vinyl over it, that stuff is trapped. So if you have a hair...
have you ever trapped the hair?
Yeah, you have a hair that's like half sticking.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's like half sticking out of the vinyl. It looks so whack, and you don't want to actually like give that to a customer who paid for their product. You don't want them to permanently have a little piece of your DNA on there. So lint roll, please.
You might look up your ancestry. I don't know. Okay, another thing is going to be hang tags. I think this is really a neat way to enhance your product. So what I did is I basically contacted a local online business. I think it was Overnight Prints or Vista Print. Basically what I did is I went ahead and put all the sizes on this card here. And what that does is now you don't have to invest in extra small, medium. So now what you do is once you figure out what size you sold, you can get your hole puncher right on the top here. And then for the size, let's say here, medium, go ahead and click that out.
Camera 2 right there.
Okay, and then finally, we're gonna go ahead and get this tag machine. And then let's see, come over here.
Tag them.
There you go. Now it's ready to be sold.
Yeah, and that adds so much value to your end product. Like if you give those,
this is going to justify your price point.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's going to justify it.
It just adds that level of professionalism to where people get this and they're like, dang, that's really good. It's better than just getting it out of someone all wrinkled. They pull it out of their trunk.
Exactly.
It's in a paper bag.
Presentation is key. Another thing with these same ones, as you can see, I also do hats. So what I did is I designed this to where I usually use a paper cutter, but since we're here right now live, I'm using scissors.
Coming to you live, baby.
All by hand. Boom. Now we just got rid of the sizes. And now again, we're going to hole punch this. And as you can see, it's been put onto the hats with the tape, with the gun right here. So it definitely just enhances it
really
quite a
quick,
bit.
guys.
Yeah,
I don't know if this little detail is going to show through, but that's not just any hole punch. That's a star. So that's awesome. And you can see here,
star.
Designate there which size. You have to invest in each one.
Here, watch
or you can just lop off the bottom. Now you got a hat.
Here, let's show them how it looks on the hat. Because I think like that totally makes it like when you're getting something that you buy online and it comes with that hang tag, like it lets you know like somebody even if we are making these in our garages and in our living rooms, like when someone receives this, they're gonna think, oh, this is like legit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it just adds that level of legitimacy and it makes them more confident in their purchase, which is essential if you want them to be repeat customers.
Brand recognition. There are so many logos out there that you can see and you know the name of the company. That's what you're trying to do, is set yourself apart. As I stated earlier, there's a lot of competition. How are you going to stand out? What I usually do when I meet with customers is I'll get a Caesar color guide and I'll actually give it to them. So that way they know exactly what they're getting every single time, and make sure that they sign the color that they're getting. That way there's no issues once you turn in those products there.
So ballerina pink.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And always get the deposit. Always get half of it in the deposit before you invest money. That's another tip right there. Another thing, which I didn't do on this one here, but we were actually talking about it. It'd be great if maybe you add care instructions on the back of your hang tag, or if not, at least some sort of paper that has been printed and accompanies your product, because there's nothing worse than saying, hey, this washed out, faded off, peeled off. But a lot of the times, too many variables. Keep in mind the temperature that you're washing. Are you washing your clothes with denim, which gets very abrasive and heavy? It's in a spin cycle. Certain detergents could affect it. When you put it in the dryer, is there any jeans that have metal embellishments? They're going around getting heated, hitting your actual design. These are things to be taken into consideration that can damage your product. I just want to go ahead and touch on that a little bit.
Also, I think it's super important when you're doing heat transfer paper, because heat transfer paper, some of it, like you just can't wash it too hot.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to throw it in the dryer, and it's hard to like have that as a reminder. Like you don't want to tell everybody, oh, and by the way, because if you just tell them, they're gonna forget when they have it there on their shirt. They see the really cool hang tag and they're like, oh, cool, and it has the wash instructions on there. Exactly. That'd be really awesome. And again, you said you just made this out of business cards, right?
Yeah, just regular business cards. I mean, they're so economical these days. They really are.
Super cool.
Awesome. These came out great. It really does add that extra dimension, that credibility, to legitimacy. That's awesome.
One more tip really quickly, always have a tape measure. I can't stress this. I have this mini one that I carry with me all the time. There's nothing more important than to have the right specs and the right dimensions. I get asked every single time when people are trying to purchase a cap press, which platen do I need? I don't know. You have to research your company and find out the exact dimensions, and then you will be able to line that up with the supplies that we have and find the exact perfect fit for your needs.
Yeah, exactly. Because so many there's no single industry standard of cap, of the curve, the way it curves, the size of the bill, everything. Like now, a lot of people are used to maybe you're used to using like a flex fit or a 5950 or something like that, But even then, like if you're buying other caps like wholesale from another supplier, it's going to be different, and so you definitely want to measure that out. We do have a showroom here at our Southern California warehouse.
Come visit us when you're in Fullerton.
Feel free to come on by, bring your hats. You could put them on one of our cap presses, see if it's going to work for you. If you're not local, this happens not all the time, but pretty frequently, I'd say. People actually have shipped us a hat sample to see if it's going to fit on. And that's kind of where your department comes in, right, Stefan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll have a lot of folks come in, if they're having issues with the machine or with their transfers. It's not uncommon for any of us to, do a sample, do a press for them.
I was just doing some samples yesterday. Some guy wanted to do some shades for a car. We tried it, and, we're here to help you. A lot of the times, it's better if you kind of schedule in advance. Yes. Usually Mondays are our heaviest workload, but if you come on in, you're welcome here, 7 to 5 Monday through Friday.
And our tech support department. We offer, by the way, when you purchase your Cameo from us, it's different than if you purchase it at like Walmart, because you go to Walmart, you buy the Cameo, and that's it. Your relationship with Walmart is done. If you have a problem trying to work your Cameo, you can take it back to Walmart and they will not care one bit. They might return it for you. That's about as hard as much as good as it's gonna get.
But Walmart does make a lot of money, so
they do make a lot of money. Yeah. Now, when you purchase your Cameo, your equipment from HeatPressNation, all of our products come with free lifetime technical support.
Free tech support right here.
Tech support right here. We have Esteban who just recently...
And Travis and Marlon.
And Travis and Marlon.
And Brian as well.
Esteban, he recently transitioned over to the tech support department. Right. So now he's answering all the Cameo questions.
Hey, you know, I'm trying, man. You know, I still draw on the knowledge base of guys like Jared, like Mike, and especially, you know, Marlon, Travis, Brian. So, you know, it's a total team effort here. But, yeah, tech support is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also have
Pacific time.
Pacific time.
Specifically Pacific time. We also have a great ticket system. If it's something maybe after hours or on the weekend, you can go to HeatPressNation.com. I think that we got the tech support icon on the top right.
Right there.
So you can go ahead and just, you know, kind of document your details. If you're having any issues, we can get back to you, you know, when we resume normal hours. Yep. But yeah, shout out to the tech team.
Yeah, shout out to the tech team. Also, another great place to get help for your Cameo is, of course, our Facebook group, HeatPressNation Creators. Lots of Cameo users on there. To even the most common questions, like you know what's funny is, like, a lot of times, especially for new Cameo users, it's like, hey, my cutter's not cutting, and it's because the blade just wasn't loaded in correctly. Yes. Or because there wasn't and they didn't peel off the protective sheet on the cutting mat. So there's like a lot of small, simple things. We have a video, by the way, on our YouTube that'll show you how to get started with your Cameo. Not everybody finds that one.
You just reminded me. Anytime I cut vinyl, I actually use the cutting mat. With the Cameo, and what that does, it actually enhances to use the whole product. A lot of the times right now I'm using a GraphTech, and it's actually taking about ½ an inch on each side, so I'm losing an inch of vinyl on my 15-inch roll. So with that cutting mat, it's definitely going to enhance it, and all your little scraps, you'll be able to use them.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Save your scraps. If you're using a bigger vinyl cutter, you don't, like, if you have a scrap, like, let's say it's like a 6x4, like a small piece, you can't really use it. But a 6x4 goes a long way on a cap, on an arm decal. Shoulder, you can use almost the entire sheet when you put it on the cutting mat with your Cameo. So you definitely want to save your scraps. You don't have that doesn't have to be lost money for you anymore. Like,
I think I'm the king of scraps, to be quite honest. People think I'm cheap. I say I'm frugal.
There we go. There's a difference. You know, I don't like to use the term scraps. You know, it's our leftover. That still's kind of a little. You know,
it's our change.
There we go.
Our change that's going to add up to dollars.
There
we go. There we go. Keep your change.
I dig it. We got some more comments and questions coming in. Sure. Rob Short's asking, are those silhouettes in front of you?
Yes, they are.
Yes, these are. Yes. So we have the Silhouette Cameo. That one's brand new. Still have some tape on it.
Oh,
but
it is.
This one,
Brand yeah.
So, but this one, Silhouette Cameo. These are them.
Touchscreen.
Oh yeah. I wish we could turn them on. You can close them if you want to. Okay. But yeah, there's a touchscreen right here that would turn on if these were plugged in. We have them out for a show today. But yeah, this is the Silhouette Cameo 3, available in white, in pink, in black, and I believe we have some more colors coming soon. More info on that in the coming weeks.
Also, the roll feeder. As you see, there's no feeder on here, but you can buy that separately. And what's great about it, HeatPressNation is now carrying 10-inch in standard and glitter, and hopefully expanding in the near future. So give us a call. We have 10-inch by 5 yards, and with the roll feeder, this will minimize any waste. So definitely look into that as well.
Really cool.
Pro tips keep coming, guys.
You know, you can actually fit a 15-inch roll in here. However, you're only getting, since it has a maximum cutting width of 12 inches, you're only going to you're losing out on about 3 inches of every cut. But I mean, like, if all you have is your roll, like, you didn't cut it down to sheets.
No, you just get that mat. You invest in that 12-inch by 24-inch mat, and you're fine. Or you get two 12 by 12s and just tape it on the bottom. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, you know? So you definitely want to do that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love the Cameo.
We got David Rodriguez. He's shouting out the Houston Rockets. Got that W last night. Oh man, well,
Golden State didn't show up, but there's Lakers right here.
Right on.
Next year.
You know what's funny? As a Lakers fan, I hate the Celtics, but right now I kind of love the Celtics because they just won me 3 free lunches here at the office. I bet on that last Celtics cap.
It's legal now. It's okay.
There we go. Speaking of lunch bets, we got our boy Leo Alvarez holding it down in the warehouse department.
Oh yeah,
saying great
shout out to Leo.
Definitely want to send a lot
come
of
get my
love
lunch
back.
later.
He actually had the nicest things to say about High Limit and Michael. High Limit is awesome. Mike does all of my soccer team stuff, from sports bottles to jackets. But I buy all my vinyl from HeatPressNation. You guys are awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Leo. We appreciate that. Appreciate the love.
Rock and roll. We got a Party of Designs. They just stumbled onto this video. So
Okay.
it's amazing.
Cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
They want to know, how can they set up an appointment?
How can you set up an appointment? Well, it's very easy. You can just walk in if you wanted to, but the best thing would be is you can send me an email. You could either send it to support@HeatPressNation.com. Attention, Michael. I'll definitely love to assist you. Our hours would be between 8:30 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Or give us a call, or even set private messages on Facebook, and it'll get, you can direct it to me.
There we go.
You send it my way, and I'll set something up, and we could hopefully help you out.
Rock and roll. You heard it from the pro himself, guys.
Yeah. Sorry, real quick. One tip I will give, if you are going to set up an appointment, we have a wealth of knowledge here. If you want to come, you kind of want to come prepared on your end.
Yes, please do.
So feel free to check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeatPressNation. There's a couple. If you come in with just spend about 20 to 30 minutes, or even if you only have 10, watch like 1 or 2 videos on our YouTube channel. If you come in with just even a little bit of research already kind of on your mind,
it's going to enhance it.
Right.
Yes, your experience here will just be like 10 times better. Of course, we're happy to explain everything. Maybe you might be saying, oh, I like to see things firsthand. That's fine. You're welcome to come in. Yeah. But if you kind of want to make the most of your visit here to HeatPressNation, just do yourself a favor. Go to youtube.com/HeatPressNation. So much information.
For anybody that emails us, what I'll do meanwhile is I'll email you a bunch of links that I've actually put together to help enhance your knowledge. So that way when you get here, you know, it'll be smooth sailing, and it'll get you set up and get your business, get some money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the end of the day, right? We all want to make some extra money.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here for.
There we go. D. Lacey Miller, thank you for the guest appearance. I'm loving the extra knowledge from another one of the HPN crew.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's see here. What else?
We definitely try our best. I'll tell you that. We all do.
Right on. Also from D. Lacey Miller, if you get a hair stuck under the vinyl, heat the vinyl up and it'll become tacky. Then you'll be able to pull the hair out with tweezers.
Oh, great. And then you could avoid albacam. No chemicals. That's a great tip. Definitely great tip there.
Great tip.
Awesome. Yeah, great information, guys. Just a lot of love here from everybody.
Great.
Awesome.
You know, if you guys do have any questions about anything, or if you have any ideas for stuff you'd like to see on HeatPressNation Live, get those entries in, get those ideas in here. And then I want to remind everyone really quick about the post of the week. Maybe we can get those options up there again. If you guys haven't already voted, let's take a look at the lineup here. It's going to be option A.
Number B.
And then letter 3, C.
There we go. I made it.
Yeah, so A, B, and C. Guys, make sure you place your votes. All you got to do to vote is just comment which letter you think should win. And then we'll add them up later on, right before the next broadcast, and then we will announce our winner.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this may be more of an in-depth question, maybe to go into in the comments later, but it may be in the Reader's Digest version. How would you rate the Cameo versus the GCC 24LX?
Well, I mean, the thing is that you're expanding from a 12-inch cutter to a 24-inch, so that's definitely already the major difference. Also, there's still both stepper motors. Stepper motor basically will be equipped on the Silhouette as well as the GCC. The difference is going to be that it's going to be much faster. So while the Silhouette, and you guys done that test, right?
Yes. Yeah,
we
actually
have a
did
video,
the speed
right?
test, yep.
And what was the outcome of that speed test?
So the Expert 224LX, it was about, I would say, double speed.
Double? Okay.
It was somewhere around double speed.
Double the work, less the time. So that's what it's going to do?
Twice as big, twice as fast.
Only works with Windows. GCC only works with Windows, and also does have plugins for Illustrator as well as CorelDRAW. Yeah. It will require separate design software, which you can get for free, inkscape.org.
We also sell SignMaster. SignMaster is compatible with GCC cutters.
There we go.
If you get SignMaster Pro, it'll have the vectorization feature built right into it.
Exactly.
You can connect straight to your GCC cutter. And again, that is going to be PC only.
And when you need help, reach out to Esteban right here on our tech team.
There we go. Give us a ring, guys. 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. Specifically
California time.
Pacific.
There we go.
Pacific.
We got a lot of love coming in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, making this such a great, fun episode.
Many thanks.
Brolio says, y'all should bring Mike on more often. Much love from Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cool.
And we're actually looking forward to doing some more collabs. So hopefully in the future.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Paula Warner, one of our regulars here on HeatPressNation Live. She has a question for Mike. How does Mike store his vinyls?
How do I store my vinyl?
How does Mike store his vinyls?
You know what? That's a great question. I personally actually reached out to Caesar and asked them what the lifespan was on this vinyl. And they stated as long as it's at room temperature, you know, away from the sun, it should last years. So what I do is, my wife likes to shop a lot. So we get a lot of boxes that are the perfect size for the actual vinyl, so I use that, or if not, I use the plastic 3 drawers. I think you get those, the pull-out drawers. I store them like that as well. As you can see on my hats, what I do is when I get my sheets of vinyl, I will actually fit on a minimum 10 of these, maximum 14 on one sheet. I will cut them, weed them out, and I actually cut them into little rectangles and put them on top of each other. The great thing about glitter is that you can stack it on top of each other without a problem. If it's regular heat transfer vinyl, though, you're gonna have a problem because it's gonna be so sticky and it'll stick to each other and it's gonna be hectic. But with glitter, definitely can stack it on top of each other, but you just wanna keep it in room temperature, keep it out of the sunlight, and it should work just fine.
Yeah. And if you live in a really humid area, you don't want to you want to keep it dry.
Yeah,
you don't
definitely.
So if you don't want to keep it in your garage.
Yeah, definitely avoid the garage. Garage gets really, really hot. Usually, inside the house, you have a window open or your AC, so it'd be a better environment.
Rock and roll, guys. You heard it right there. Now, this is probably an easy one. It's coming in from Tamisha Nicole. Sure. Where are you located? I buy all my stuff from you guys.
We're located in Southern California in the city of Fullerton. We're literally about 10 minutes north of Disneyland or so. So if you ever come down to Disneyland, stop on by, say hi.
We've actually had a couple customers do that, like from out of town, like they'll road trip out to Disneyland, and they'll just stop here.
Save on shipping.
Save on shipping,
Save on shipping, that's a tank of gas right there.
There we go.
Frugal.
Now, this is a nice one. This is the stuff I love to hear. Jamie Wilson, you guys helped me start my business 2 years ago, and I'm continuing to grow. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, Jamie. Shout out to Jamie. Definitely one of our best customers.
Oh, that's awesome.
She actually was so appreciative of all our help that she actually bought the whole company Subway once. So definitely appreciate that.
Okay, I've heard her. I think that was before I heard about that.
Yeah,
awesome.
It was awesome. So definitely appreciate the love.
Excellent. That's good to hear. All right, so what do we got up here next, guys?
One thing I just wanted to touch on is if you are getting serious about this, the reason I say if you are, because this is more of a stepping stone. So if you are going to plan to get really serious, make sure you look into your permits in your area, in your state, your city. You want to look into sole proprietorship, or if you want to do an LLC or you're going to do a corporation, definitely take that to protect yourself. Me myself, I'm branding everything, so I do have my trademark with the USPTO.gov. So if anything, LegalZoom.com is a good way to go, but you definitely want to do all that and make sure to save all your receipts for tax write-offs and make sure Uncle Sam gets his portion, so that way everything's gravy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You definitely want to make sure you have all your...
you always want to make sure that's
stay legit.
Good. Exactly.
Which follows with our topic last class where we were talking about trademarks and copyright. You definitely don't want to infringe. You definitely want to use any trademark phrases. Because you want to stay legit.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want people stealing your ideas or your logos. So why do it to other people? So it's basically treat others the way you want to be treated and make your own original content.
Yeah, awesome. Right on.
Amen.
Just a couple more ones really quickly, guys. This is some more awesome stuff. Lou DeMarco, you guys are giving great info to beginners. These guys are legit. I finally have a store opening up after 5 years in my spare bedroom.
Wow,
awesome.
very nice. Congratulations. That's a huge step. That's awesome.
That's a big step right there.
I'm going to share some pics in the HPN Creators page. I'm still learning 7 years into the game.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're never going to stop learning. We're still learning.
Every day.
We're always learning.
That's right, Lou. I do have another question here from Joseph Poindexter.
Sure.
What do you guys think of the new Graphtec CE Lite 50? No one's done a good review video so we can hear what it sounds like. They're always playing music. You can't hear it cutting.
Wow, you know what? That's a really great. Honestly, I think we should have a show for that.
We should.
We're gonna have to unbox one. We've had them now for a little bit over a month, I want to say, but I personally have not used it.
They're selling pretty hot though.
Oh yeah, it's a Graphtec. So anybody who knows about Cameo, Graphtec had some input with these machines in the beginning. So definitely a great machine. Hopefully we can get a Facebook Live with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow up with that.
Yes, there we go. Or at least a product spotlight. I know you and Ramon and Pat are always cooking stuff up. So definitely get something like that for you guys. Get that information out there. But put
that on the list.
There we go.
Put that on the list.
And then Elizabeth Ortiz is asking, maybe some information more on registering trademarks, copyrights. I refer back to last week's broadcast. That should be up on our YouTube this week, right?
Yeah. So actually, last week, a lot of information we got was inspired from a friend of ours. Christine, and I don't want to butcher her name live on TV, her last name, but
Christine. Her name was
Christine. Cuttingforbusiness.com. Cuttingforbusiness.com. If you're getting started, if you're like a crafter trying to expand, kind of like how Mike is saying, you're starting small, expanding. Cuttingforbusiness.com has tons of great resources and information on how you can on how you could really get started.
Yeah.
She has links to like checking with the trademark office, making sure your stuff's not already been trademarked.
Yeah.
She talks about how to how to get incorporated, how to file taxes, and all that stuff. Really great and informational blog.
Yeah, and go straight to the source, uspto.gov. You can go on your own, search trademarks, search copyrights to make sure the name's not taken. Keep in mind there may be a business called High Limit that maybe installs Windows or something. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing, so you can still trademark it. There may be hope, so don't lose all hope. Just do your research.
There we go. Right on, right on.
Excellent.
All right, so let's see here. Yeah, we touched on all the points I wanted to get to, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
All right, man. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much, man.
You guys want to have some fun with our
Let's
audience?
do this, man.
Let's do this. So,
what's next?
So you guys know that every week we love to give stuff away. This week, of course, is no exception. And so we're giving away a vinyl sample pack. Now, it's not just like, oh, did I grab one? No. It's not just like 3 sheets of vinyl and then that's it. No, we send you guys, whenever we give away a vinyl sample pack, we send out some adhesive vinyl, which is the decal vinyl for like stuff like this. We send out some heat transfer vinyl, standard and glitter colors. So it's really a pretty cool, legitimate sample pack. We're really excited to get those out. This week we're giving away a vinyl sample pack, so whoever's name we draw right now is going to get a vinyl sample pack. But next week we're giving away a Silhouette Cameo. What are we calling it? The Cameo Accessory Pack.
Awesome.
So you're getting a 12 by 24 inch cutting mat, which is going to change your world. Yeah.
It's going to change it.
You're talking about.
You're not going to lose those 3 inches anymore.
Yeah. If you've been using a 12 by 12, switching over to the 12 by 24 is going to blow your mind. We also have, and sorry if I'm reading it, Silhouette Toolkit, which comes with like the squeegee, the scraping tool, a hook tool, and some other stuff in there. Really cool. And then also a Caesar squeegee, which is essential for your sticker vinyls. You can use a credit card, but you're gonna burn through all your credit cards.
You need to get the right tools. It's like a mechanic. You got to invest in the right tools.
Yeah,
but how do I enter though? How do I win?
Oh, it's that easy, guys. Win? All you got to do is go ahead and like and share this post. You can take a second, think about it, do it right now. Get that in, like and share. Give a moment.
Give him a moment. All right, I'm gonna put some time on the clock here.
One moment.
Go. So like and share, guys. We will not resume until you guys have liked and shared. Are they liking and sharing?
I think I got a couple coming. Okay, there we go.
Okay, a couple likes and shares. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, fantastic.
And 3, 2, time's up.
Awesome.
No, I'm just kidding. You guys have really until our next broadcast. Actually, we'll usually pull all the entries around Wednesday afternoon. So you have until Wednesday afternoon to like and share. And I'm talking about next Wednesday afternoon. You have until Wednesday afternoon to like and share this post to be entered to win the Silhouette Accessory Pack. Of course, which we'll be giving away next week on HeatPressNation Live.
That's right.
But for today, we have a really cool Caesar vinyl sample kit. And you know, Mike, would you do the honors for us?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
This is the lucky one.
Who do we got?
We have Braulio Archiga. I hope I didn't butcher that.
Braulio Archiga, you are our winner. Congrats. We're going to go ahead and reach out to you. Or you could just send us a DM with your name, your shipping, your physical address, and a phone number.
That's right.
But yeah, congratulations. Thank you guys. Honestly, everybody who liked and shared, all the other names in here. So sorry if you guys weren't selected.
Next week. Don't give up.
Next time, yeah.
Don't give up. It's like the lottery, but it's free.
Yeah, and your odds are pretty good. I mean, it looks like we have a ton, but really, it's like your odds are pretty good.
Pretty good.
Of winning some really sweet gear, and we don't really cap. We don't really like put a cap on winners. I think we've had somebody already win twice already.
Awesome.
In the couple months that we've been doing this. So if you're lucky, you're lucky.
Rigged.
Keep liking, keep sharing. Keep entering, and we're gonna keep giving stuff away.
Yeah, that's what we do.
What I want to do.
Free knowledge, especially.
Yeah.
The post of the week. Should we give them one more shot? Take a look at the finalists for this week's post of the week. John?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see it. So post of the week, we have the entries coming up. We have entry number
Barbecue.
A.
Great Son.
Rodriguez right there, and I like what they did with the Photoshop.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. I like that filter, right?
Yeah, super
awesome.
And then, of course, we have our dude with the large format heat press. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's pretty
I'm going to ask him
right
to do
there.
some stuff for me.
So you guys want to go ahead and help us out with the post of the week? Just go ahead and select either option A or, as Jared said, number B or number C, and we'll be tabulating those and have an announcement for the winner next week.
That's
but
right.
Man, this was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun. We gotta do it again. Gotta do it again.
Definitely.
I'm so close.
That's right.
In the meantime, guys, if you guys please go ahead and go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeatPressNation. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of content coming out. You'll see, if you haven't been there in a while, go back. There's some fresh videos on there. Really cool content. Of course, we got new stuff coming out weekly, so be sure to check that out. And of course, the Facebook group, guys.
Always.
Lots of
HPN creators, right?
Lots of tons of information. No, tons of information over there. Lots of tons of HeatPressNation creators, guys. It's great. It's really great.
That's right. And then, as of course, always want to make sure you guys are using our hashtag out there. You can use us on your Twitter, your Insta, your Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, all the good stuff. We'd love to see what you guys are creating out there.
That's right.
Once again, it's right there. HPN creators. Hashtag.
We have a huge shout out for High Limit trucker hats. So if you're on Amazon.com, make sure you go check out High Limit. We also have High Limit over there on Etsy, which of course
thank you.
is our good buddy Mike right here.
Yes,
our
right.
huge thanks go out to you, Mike, for all this, not just the amazing information you shared with us today,
anytime.
with everybody, but like me. I remember when I first started, Mike was just like it was like my second day, and he's like, "Make a shirt yet?" And I was like, "No, not yet. We're making shirts today." And that was how I really got. I'm like, whoa, that was like my education, which is really cool. So
I've been blessed to have these guys as coworkers. I think I've enhanced their knowledge a bit, and I definitely hope it's been worthwhile.
That's great. Definitely. Last thing, guys, in the comments, we're gonna do our best to answer, or we do our best to answer all the comments live every day while we're here on the air. But if you have any questions, maybe you're watching this after that. Maybe you're not even watching today. Maybe you're watching.
Work.
Yeah, you're watching 2 months from now. Feel free to comment anyways, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Feel free to comment because we very much we actively check our social media. So any questions you may have will be in the comments immediately afterwards today, answering all the questions we couldn't get to, and then even in the future we'll answer all the questions. If you have any ideas for a future broadcast that you'd like to see, be sure to comment that as well. Let's say, hey, I want to see how to put glitter on a trucker hat. Well, comment that below. We'd love to see. We'd love to share all this information. So comment.
Where's the ring?
If there's any ideas you have. If there's any ideas you guys have for future episodes, please be sure to leave that in the comments as well.
Exactly.
That's right. Mike, again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
guys
everybody
so
out there
on Facebook.
Start your weekend early with you guys. Can't wait for next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I just want to say one thing. If we're successful, so will you. You'll be successful as well. So definitely, give us a call. We're here to help.
That's it.
All right. Thank you guys. See you around.